and I'm going to throw out some famous duos. We're going to see which one we think is Wasim and which one is Waqar. Junoon versus Vital Signs.
Waqar is Junoon.
Yeah, I felt actually this was one of the most representative analogies because,
Yeah.
Junoon kind of had, particularly in the earlier pre-Sufi sound, was very much like Waqar, is just like the guitar is really going
Yeah.
at it.
Tangli.
Salman Ahmed had quit Vital. Yeah, he quit Vital Signs simply because he wanted to just go all out. Lohe Laheyat at Vital Signs did. And, Vital Signs created arguably more evergreen music that did not feel so dated, that had kind of a lot of, range to it,
Yeah,
which I thought was a great analogy.
they had that highbrow phase as well, right? When they were kind of influenced by Pink
Yeah,
Floyd and
yeah,
stuff like that, which is like
yeah,
the Wasim smart, intelligent kind of intellectualization of bowling, which Wasim
yeah.
represents.
So, okay, Cardi B and Nicki Minaj.
Dude, like, are you seriously expect? I don't even. I barely know their names. I have no idea of the
Then,
styles of music. But let me take a shot. I think Nicki Minaj must be Waqar.
well, it's interesting. It depends, I guess, how you, because like Cardi is the upstart card, like, which I guess Waqar you always put in the upstart
Oh,
role,
okay.
and Cardi
Yeah, I have no
kind
idea.
of was more of a hustler. Nicki had received like accolades for having more of the better craft or whatever. But I don't know. I Cardi B मैं इसलिए भी सोचा था क्योंकि Cardi B किसी भी stupid गाने में आप डाल देना, like the one that I really, it's like Maroon 5,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
genetically
Girls like you.
programmed to
Girls like
hate
you.
their songs. Yeah, and then Cardi comes on and she just like fucking punches that song up to the stratosphere. I feel that was a Waqar thing.
Also,
John
that's the
Lennon and
Waqar
Paul
thing. Okay,
McCartney.
that's the Waqar thing. Okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah. John Lennon and Paul McCartney. Who's
Ooh,
Waqar, who's Wasim?
I think Wasim is Paul McCartney. No, maybe not. Actually,
So I feel depends on how you want to look at it. If by and large Lennon is seen as a more kind of influential and philosophical figure, and
hmm.
McCartney could guarantee hits. So in that way, I feel it's a Lennon, Wasim, McCartney, Waqar. But I think you can flip that argument as well.
But you can, yeah, because Waqar, because Lennon was also like forever the. You know what? This reminds me of a really interesting debate which I had with the late marhum Nadir Hassan, who, as you know, was like the biggest music guy out of all of us, really, and also a cricket freak. And I made the analogy of Lennon McCartney. I applied it to Mahela and Sangha in an article, and I think I equated Sangha with McCartney in that he was like the straighter, more establishment kind of guy, and Mahela was the slightly maverick Lennon one. And Nadir actually read the piece and tweeted me saying that you actually got it wrong because it was always the other way around. McCartney was the creative driving force, and he was actually much more of a maverick musician than Lennon was. So since then, I've never been comfortable applying any of these parallels to Lennon McCartney because I
Nice.
feel like Nadir Hassan had upended my entire world of like Beatles, Beatles music and stuff with that.
Oh, we'll stick with music. Lata Mangeshkar and Asha Bhosle.
Asha is definitely Waqar, I think. Right?
I feel this one fits well. Like
Asha had
Lata
all the
has the
fun.
more iconic.
And she had
Yeah,
all the fun
yeah,
hits and
yeah.
all the like, just pe aapko uchal ke you need to do
Zyada
stuff.
छिछोरे.
That's Waqar.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Um, and finally, because you have to do it, biryani versus pulao, which I know both of us have controversial opinions on this. Which so you go for it.
My opinion simply is that I don't eat biryani and I have pulao with quinoa and not rice. That's my opinion on this whole thing. But okay, wait. No,
But
you
I
know what?
feel I feel
I'm not well placed at all to answer this question. I will leave this to you.
I mean, I obviously the bias will come through, but like Wasim Akram as biryani, simply because pulao mein jo logon ko pasand bhi hai is that it's got that simplicity and it's got, you have to just nail a few ingredients
So is it like
completely rather
pulao is
than
a one
having.
trick pony? Is Pulao a one trick pony
I would,
essentially?
I would, I would call, I would call it that. But at the same time, it's also maybe a virtuoso of the Yorker,
No. Well,
much like
peak
Waqar
Wakar, yeah,
is.
peak Wakar was a one trick pony, right? It was,